Guys, so today we'll be solving LeetCode number 3300, minimum element after replacement with digit sum. I've just written the shorthand here. It is an easy problem on LeetCode and it is also the daily problem for today. Okay, so let's get started with the question itself. If we're given an array 10, 12, 13 and 14, all we're supposed to do is, right, consider the digits. So the digits are like the individual bits, you could say, in this case. So we would do 1 plus 0, 1 plus 2, 1 plus 3, 1 plus 4, right? And they've stored it into an array, and that gives us 1, 3, 4 and 5. And all we're supposed to do is now just retain a minimum, like the minimum from this array. Now the main question in this thing is, how do you split the digits, right? How do you split the integer into a digit? So we're given the integer type. How do you make it into the specific digits, right? Well, how do we do that? We convert it into a string. We use Python's typecasting, so string, right? We convert it into a string, and with this we can essentially iterate through the digits. So 10 becomes like a string like this, and string I over here represents 1. And so when we are taking the sum, what we can do is we can cast it back into an integer and add that to the sum, right? So that's pretty much it for this question in terms of explanation. I'll just get straight to the code now. I'll initialize our result to infinity right now. So you're supposed to take the minimum, then so I've got the setup now. I've made it into a string. I've initialized the total. Now what can we do? Well, we will iterate through all the digits, right? So for I in range, so all we've done now is just typecast it to int and then add it to our sum. And since we want to keep the minimum, just compare it with our current result and just keep the minimum from that. At the end, return your result and you're pretty much done with the question. That's it.